So I finally got the green light to show you guys this new Injora brushless motor kit. This is a big leap forward in technology and performance from them. It features a 180 sized inrunner brushless motor with the new brushless ESC that's loaded with great features and a Bluetooth app that's got a ton of tuning features. This is still in prototype phase, so I'm going to show you the motor and the ESC in action in this video. We'll do a follow-up video when we get the production version and I can show you guys the app. But in the meantime, let's check out this system as it is right now. I'll go over what I can share and then we'll hit the rocks and have some fun. So as you can see, I've got this currently installed in the Discount Tire TRX4M King Snake build, the DBR Chassis Dynamics King Snake. It's great in this chassis, as you can see. We've got the ESC here in the back, power switch on top of the transmission, and we got the motor forward facing in here. Now this is going to bolt right up to your TRX4M or your Redcat Ascent 18. It will not integrate with your stock electronics on either of those models, so you will need to overhaul all of your electronics. Now I have this kit already installed, as you can see. Take this top piece off here so we can at least get a look at it. It's performed really well right out of the box. Haven't had to do. Now you can get a look at the motor itself. So this is a pretty big canister on this. This is a 180 size, so it's about the same size as the stock TRX4M motor. Yeah, I got one right here. If you can see that, virtually identical in size and shape. This is a departure from the previous motors that Injora has released, like the Purple Viper that came out. When you look at it against the Purple Viper, significantly smaller. Purple Viper, that is, significantly smaller than this new Roverin, the Fat Viper. Fat Viper's shorter, a lot bigger in diameter. And then finally, you can look at it against their 370 motor that they released not long ago. So again, the 370 is bigger in diameter, about the same length. But fitment wise, didn't have any issues with this. It bolted right up to this chassis. It would fit just fine in a stock chassis for the Redcat Ascent 18 or the TRX4M. This came with the pinion gear already installed, bolted right up to the stock transmission, no issues whatsoever. Comes with the XT30 battery plug on it. I don't know if there'll be different options in the production version. The motor uses these kind of banana plugs here. This is a censored motor. It's a lot of kV, so we got 4,800 kV in this. It's going to have a lot of wheel speed. It's a little higher kV than I would typically like or expect from a crawler motor, but the thing delivers silky smooth power delivery. That's mostly brought about by the ESC here, which is this kind of rectangular box. Now the whole system is sealed, dustproof, and waterproof. Footprint on this ESC, if you look at something like a Furytech Python, is very similar to the Python in overall size and shape. Similar mass to the MB100, the brushed ESC, but it's taller and narrower. The dimensions of this does make it easy to fit in various places on your build. As you can see, it fits perfectly on this battery tray here in the back, could fit perfectly on the slider. The rectangular shape is going to make it easy to plop in different areas on your build. This is 2 to 3S capable. I've not run it on 3S yet. I've been running it on 2S. Delivers tons of wheel speed, great power and control. However, let's fire this thing up so you guys can check it out. All right, so I got this hooked up to my Radio Link, the RC8X. It's got good steering on it. I'm running the mighty Chihuahua servo from CCX RC. So that the programmer on this, I can't wait to show you guys the app. You've got tons of functionality and power output on this thing. The BEC can go from 0 to 10 volts on this thing. So we got good fast steering. Let's see, very linear, very smooth. It'll go as smooth as you can squeeze the trigger. You're basically limited only by the muscular control of your trigger finger with this thing. Super controlled. It has FOC technology in it, field oriented controlled. It's labeled something a little different in the app, but that is also customizable and tunable on the fly. We've got a tunable drag brake on this up to 200%. There's also an auxiliary cable here. If you can see this little auxiliary cable, you can plug this into your receiver and choose in the app what you want to set it to. So if you wanted to have drag brake adjustability on the fly, you could easily do that. You can assign the function to this auxiliary cable, which is very cool. I'm running the low gears. I'm running the Traxxas crawler gears in this. So it's not super fast by any means. It's definitely controllable. Like I said, I will put the 3S in this when we get to running it, but it doesn't have an outrageous amount of wheel speed to make it difficult to crawl with. It's very well composed, and I just am so impressed with the power delivery and what Injora has done with this thing. It's a huge step up from their previous brushless systems. Alright guys, quick run out here with the new Injora Roverin setup, just out at the gravel pit today. Hoping to get this out to crawler heaven, and I will soon, maybe tomorrow, but I need to get this video up in time. It's a good spot for this truck anyway. Went into the app and tuned this a little bit. My BEC was only on 6 volts, now it's up to 8.4, so it's a lot faster steering. Tuned some of the other settings too. Got this thing running sweet right now. Just on the 2S, I couldn't find an adapter for that XT30 to get a 3S in here, so I'll do some follow-up content when I can utilize this more, but look how smooth this thing is. Whisper quiet, the thing makes no noise. The motor makes a little bit of noise when it's spinning up from the bottom, but overall extremely quiet. They've done a good job with this setup. Here's where we use the punch from that wheel speed there. Again, with the low gears, it's totally manageable. Should I slow it down, let these claw hammers grip? You can slow it down as slow as you can go. I mean, look at that, just so slow. I really wish I had some rocks to try this thing on. Let me go up the washout. Then I'll get this thing out there another day. I love this build. It came out so good. The Gap Hill Speed Shop body in this King Snake chassis. What a great combo of this thing. I put some aluminum rings in the back of those wheels to try to bias the weight a little more forward on this. It's working great out here. Let's slow this thing right down. Oh yeah. So much control. Man, they did such a good job with this. The price on this is still to be determined. It will be the most expensive motor system from Injora. They're stepping up in quality and performance, so you are going to have to expect a bump in cost. It will still be highly competitive price-wise. I've got some early indications on the price. It will certainly be reasonable. Man, I tell you what, I am ready for spring. We've lived on the Cape here in Massachusetts for about 6 years now. This is the coldest winter I've ever had here. Reminds me of the days back in Maine. We got spoiled with mild winters there for a while. Man, these days are kicking my butt now. So this rock pile, see if we can put this thing to use. You just slow this thing right down so we get those lugs to grab. See, a little bite. There it goes. So much control. And the FOC, I'm just keeping my finger steady on the throttle and it just so evenly crawls. think a 3S would be perfect on this. With this gear ratio, I find myself wishing I had a little more wheel speed out of it, ironically. I thought with the high KV on this it would be too much, but on 2S there's definitely points where I could use more. So I'm anxious to try a 3S on this. Alright guys, one more line up this rock pile here and I'm going to wrap it up because my hands are frozen. Having a lot of fun with this system. I can't wait for warmer weather and better terrain to try this out on. I've been playing with it on the indoor course too, but just really anxious to get it outside. Just such a good system. They really did a great job with this right out of the gate. Very impressive. So I'm going to wrap this up now and get warmed up, and I will see you guys back at the bench. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this quick look at this Injora brushless motor combo. I've had this for going on 2 months now. The thing has performed excellent. I'm really excited to share more details when the production version comes out, but I hope this gave you at least a good insight as to how this motor is going to perform and some of the key features. Stay tuned for more details on the app when that gets officially released, as well as the pricing details of this kit. At the time of this recording, it's only being developed for the TRX4M and the Redcat Ascent, but you know the SCX24 is going to be right behind it. I'll put out some follow-up content too once I get a 3S battery in here and take it out to some proper rock crawling spots. So no link in the description this time around, but when it does release, I will certainly let you guys know. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you think of this new Roverin Brushless kit from Injora? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.